You guys don't remember the pain your ex-spouses or girlfriends put you through to the point where you had to look for answers. In my days, I've seen women break, men who tried hard to make them happy, but guess what? None of it was ever enough for the woman. They would find a reason to complain and end up cheating on the guy in the end. The breakup broke him to pieces. I know some of you are going to say that you'll never go back to the plantation again. After a few months, I've heard that some of you are back in your relationships. Let me tell you, this girl is different. Something most men can do in one blow. I, too, came from the plantation, so I understand what it's like to want to have someone who is willing and who belongs to you. To be faithful, submissive, and helpful. But don't forget that she has that dog. She probably isn't different either. Acting out a part to get what she wants from you, or she doesn't see the reason to start behaving badly because in the beginning stages of a relationship, no matter what, you can't let yourself become weak and get caught again. How you deal with the pain you went through. You must remember how much she took from you. How much time and money you lost because your girlfriend decided she didn't want to be with you. You have to keep in mind that the ex-girlfriend was seeing someone else. When a man's dating stick broke, out she grabbed it and fixed it back into her soft, wet stomach and kept jumping on it until she broke it. Gents, you cannot afford to let yourself become weak and think it won't be worth it. Nothing has changed this time, so nothing has changed about how you look at life. Guys, here's the truth. The RP is just a way of thinking that tries to show the hidden truths of society, and based on that truth, you decide which way is best to figure out how to get through this quote. But the red pill alone can't do it. Keep you from making a mess of your life. Just like how most people know how to get rid of fat, and we people still walk around here looking like the number 8, so don't think that having knowledge is enough. Save your life, you must have discipline in your own way and according to your own beliefs. How to deal with women and stick to it. That's all. The devil can send a wolf in at any time. We put a wolf in sheep's clothing into your life. Find you broken and crawling by the side of the road. It's too late to go back to the RP now. So I'll tell you 3 reasons why you should never get back together with someone. The first reason you should never do something gets back together with someone is because, I've said this before, it will fail in the end. In a lot of videos, and I'll say it again, to clear things up for you, 99% of all relationships are healthy, but eventually fail. And if you don't believe me, do it yourself. The paper test. Take a piece of paper and write down all the people's names you have ever been close to or with whom you were dating. Add all the names together and write the number you get down next. Write down the names of the people, add up the names of everyone they are currently with, and make a note of the number you get. The last step is to compare the 2 numbers. People will end up with one or the other, a 1 or a 0 person in their lives. 100 or a 99.99% failure rate. So why would you want to go back? Another relationship only to end it several months or years from now? That makes no sense to me at all. If you are that lonely and want a companion, get a pet. Live longer than most of the guys you know in relationships. The second reason you should never do something is going out with someone else is because I know a lot, but nothing will change. A lot of guys are hoping that the girl with never does those things. Your ex did hurt you, but trust me, the majority of them will. Some of you will get something good, going until she says she's had enough, and sends you packing, but most of you will be ripped apart. You think the girl will never do that to you? Most likely, the girl you're with will be stepping on someone else's digging tool in the relationship. She's most likely going to be in to join her for a girl's night out, friends, and blow out her back. She met a 6'4" guy on Tinder. She'll probably lie and try to get what she wants during the whole relationship. Taking advantage of you. I know you too. Wish this wouldn't happen, but it will. Most likely end up that way until she cheats on you and dumps you for a better person. Accept it, guys. Women have no reason to fight it. So you're left with just flat out. The third reason you should never do something gets involved with someone else is because not much of the time is worth it to get the juice. Men are expected to give, and they don't get much in return. Your boo probably won't. Thank you for what you did for her. What you gave up making her happy. You can't make a woman happy, men. Not your responsibility in the relationship. Have your part to play and duty to do. She has her jobs and roles to do. But I have to ask, what are you guys? Getting something back when you're in a relationship. Most of you guys don't get much. She says, you're just happy to be there. Doesn't work for you. She's not giving you anything if you don't whine. Guys have sex whenever they want later in a relationship, but she doesn't do the dishes and keep you clean, so why are you guys getting together? Please answer the question, since a lot of you guys really do get treated like dirt. If that's the case, leave the plantation. The deal that you agreed to, because I can promise you that it won't get better. I hope you listen to what I say. And don't touch the plantation like Coach Gregor Adams said that freedom has a price. So being single and alone is the price in this case. In this case, the cost of freedom. Not get a woman who will treat freedom by not going to relationships and putting your own needs first. The life of a free agent is by far the philosophy I choose to live by. It has been the best decision I've ever made in my life up to this point. You've gone your own way or entered monk mode. We appreciate you guys in our community, so keep standing firm. Do you not want to live your life for a woman? I wish I had asked out that girl. Treats me right, is loyal, submissive, and cooperative. All I can have my peace, quiet, and freedom. Definitely, that is never going to happen. I'm going to try and die alone on my own terms. Because as I've said, freedom comes at a cost. All right, gents, story time exposing this modern-day 304's. The title of this story is Lost My Soldier Husband Because I Cheated. So let's dive into it. I am 35 years old and I have 2 children. I was married to their father, but now we are divorced. I got involved with another man, while my husband served in the military. I never thought that that would happen to me. I grew up in the church and was taught to be faithful to my spouse. This man with whom I got involved was a charmer my husband called me every day. But this other man visited me and brought me gifts. One day my daughter saw him kissing me. I was not aware that she saw us. When her father called, that was the first thing she told him. She was only 8 years old. I denied it, but he could tell me more than I thought, because my daughter told him. When I told him she was lying, my daughter said the man had his hands under my skirt. Pastor, that was the truth. My husband is a great, very intelligent man, and I love seeing him in his uniform. The man I fell for is a nice guy, but my sex is superior to him. He told me he would not forgive me. I tried to make up with him when he came home for a break. He asked me one question: did you go to bed with this guy? I pretended I did not hear the question. He repeated it. Did you go to bed with this guy? I said yes, and started to cry, and he told me it was over. All right, gents, do you see how to lie about these 304's are and how manipulative they are? So don't fall into this trap and stay single. If you like the video, show some love and like and subscribe to the channel.